Today's video is going to be about FinFluencers. What do I mean when I say FinFluencer? It's going to be a financial influencer, somebody who's in the stock market or the investing market. It's not a financial advisor, but it's just somebody who is influencing you to make decisions in the stock market world and the investment world. I've been studying these guys for the last 5 months. I've been in this space for a few years. I've been in the stock market space for 6, 7 years. I've been heavily watching it for about three. I've been trading it this whole time. I've really watched the market shift from people chasing penny stocks, chasing meme stocks, chasing crazy options trades. And now the biggest blow up in the financial market is futures, and specifically futures prop firms. What I want to talk about today is influencers in the prop firm space, because this is something that has blown up over the last probably about a year or so, where it's really taken hold. And where you're seeing here, as you can see in our graphic, YouTube Millionaire Gurus, is you see people posting crazy gains, crazy account sizes, making massive profits, big payouts, big days on YouTube constantly. They want you to sign up for their course. They want you to sign up for their Discord. They're always selling you something to get you in there. And the most important thing that they're selling is something that isn't costing them a dime, and that is affiliate code. Affiliate codes for all of these firms. So what are prop firms? If you don't know what prop firms are, it's basically a company that sets up a simulated trading environment in the market, mostly in the futures market. It's really big. There are some in Forex and there are some in crypto now, but the biggest ones are going to be in the future space. What they're doing is they're allowing you to put in limited money. This is it, limited money. We're going to give you for $100, $50, some even as low as $18. You're going to get access to trade in the futures market, real-time data, real-time trades, fake money. That's what it is. If you can pass the challenge, then you get to a simulated funded account, still fake money, but you can make real money. If you adhere to the rules and do a good job, you can get payouts. You can get real money from them. What I'm talking about are people who are sponsored by these companies or promote these companies constantly, who get big affiliate paychecks and use them to grow their channel, grow their content, sometimes get payouts, sometimes. So let's talk about it. What does it take to be a influencer? It takes nothing. Zero influence, zero credibility, zero anything. You can just today decide that you want to be a influencer in this market. Sign up with one of the several dozen prop firm accounts. You get affiliate codes. You buy eval accounts. You trade them, and honestly, how you trade them gets crazier and crazier, right? If you want to get big numbers, big views, take big positions, big gains, none of it's real. None of it's real. There are a handful of guys that do trade real money. I'm going to start off by talking about Patrick Whelan. Patrick Whelan came on my radar about 4 months ago. He's been in the space, I guess, for about 9 years. And he came onto my radar just looking for people who are live streaming the futures market. I came across him and I thought, this guy is wild. Now, this is what I'll say about Patrick. Patrick does take a lot of sim funded account trades, a lot of them. He posts big gains because he's copy trading a lot of accounts. He's not taking one trade for $10,000 in profit. He's taking one trade across 15, 20 accounts, 10 accounts, for a combined total of this profit. So each one is much smaller. When he does promote evals in a big way, he takes some eval accounts and he full ports them, and it's super exciting. And his chat lights him up, and he trolls them, and they troll him. They go back and forth, and he's rough around the edges, and people do like it. But I will say this about Patrick Whelan. He is one of the most transparent traders in the futures market. Is pretty well off. He makes good money. He signed a very lucrative deal with My Funded Futures this year that is paying him tons of money regardless of what happens in the market. He gets a ton of affiliates. One of the largest streamers on YouTube. And I would say that he is the most transparent because he tells you up front he makes almost all of his money is from YouTube affiliates. He also has zero YouTube revenue. Not monetized. Doesn't care. Doesn't need to be monetized. You are his monetization. You showing up in his chat every single day and buying prop accounts, constantly using his code, pays him money. On top of the sponsored content that he makes, pays his bills. So when he gets big payouts, that's just a bonus. I've seen him have crazy green days, make tons of money. I've seen him rage quit after an hour. I think that overall, he is one of the most, probably, if not the most transparent trader that is in the space. Don't have to like him. Don't have to agree with him. But I would say that's pretty accurate. He does lay out his trade plan. He goes into the trade in real time. He takes the trade. He puts the money where his mouth is. Even if it's not real money, he's still taking that trade. He does have a lot of people that follow him that do pretty well. And he has other people that I'm sure blow accounts because of the leverage size that he is taking. All that, fine and dandy. I think Patrick Whelan pretty upfront about it. And he also tells you if you want to be a millionaire, you're probably not going to do it day trading. Like, it is attainable, but it's less likely because you have really bad days. You have really good days, and then you have really bad days, and you have a lot of decent days, and then you have one really bad day. That's just the trading world. And I would say this, he also doesn't shove down the affiliate code down your throat constantly all day, every day. Buy his accounts, don't buy his accounts. Right now, he's on his way to making this Warbucks crypto platform that he's part of, prop firm. That's great. I think he's transparent. You don't have to like the guy, but that's my review of him. Watch him. Just know that you're going to get some valuable information on there. His strategy is super simple. Honestly, anyone can learn his strategy in 10 minutes. Bull flags, bear flags, 15-minute range, breakout. Pretty much it. All right, move on to the next one. The next guy that I've been watching for the last, I don't know, I would say probably 5 or 6 months as well is FSP, Futures Scalper Pro. He is on YouTube as well. You know, he's preaches, he prays, and takes trades, and he shoves that affiliate code down your throat on top of the courses that he sells. So is FSP profitable? Yeah, probably. Probably marginally profitable on his trades. I will say this, after watching him, studying him for quite a while, he probably makes pretty good five figures, maybe 6 figures off of affiliates alone. He also gives you his course for free if you buy enough accounts. One thing that I dislike about FSP is the fact that he says, well, you know, it's better just to trade prop firms than trade your own money. Buy a bunch of them and you copy and rotate accounts so you can be profitable. He treats it as a business expense. Let me tell you, that's an expensive expense when you blow as many accounts as he does. FSP blows accounts constantly blows evals, occasionally blows funded accounts. So if you take his trades, know that he is a buy the dip, sell the rip trader. Buy the dip, sell the rip, which works a bull market. Bear market, he gets ripped to pieces constantly. You know, just constantly gets it up. This account's not going to make it. Account's not going to make it. That's fine. If you have a job, you've got good income coming in, and you can afford to constantly buy evals at $100 an account or $80 an account or $150 an account and constantly do that day after day after day after day, eventually you'll be profitable. You'll make money. If you watch FSP and you want to take a profitable trade, you'll notice that throughout the day, certain points he looks for a trade setup that he will take his take profit trader funded account out. He will send a trade on that for probably a fairly short scout and then get out, and that'll be his paycheck for the day. and every other trade paying no bills. None of them are doing much of nothing. So when he has an image, a graphic on his account that says 200 something $1,000 in payouts, it doesn't say how much you spent. And from watching him, I can tell you this: he spends a lot of money on prop firms. Tons. I got nothing really negative about what it is. I just don't feel like he's super transparent about the cost involved. If you're going to say I made $25,000 this month trading prop firms, I think you should say I spent $8,000 on account. Because for the average Joe trader, as he calls himself, there is no average Joe spending $8,000 a month on prop firms. Just not, that's not the case. Stream all day, you watch it all day, you have some success, and you really need the income from affiliate codes or courses. He sells both. So my take on FSP is it works great in a bull run. Buy the dip, sell the rip. I also believe that he over leverages every single trade because he's constantly trading minis, and he says, well, his trading style doesn't allow him to trade micros because it'll take forever to get there, and blah, blah, blah. Only minis. He'll blow your account every single day you trade with that dude. If you are only taking minis, good luck. Good luck trading that dude. The next guy I want to talk about is this guy, Clay Trades. He is definitely not as big of a FinFluencer on there. Now, his YouTube channel has a ton of subscribers. Let's see if I can get up here where we're at with his subscriber count's high. Been in the stock space for a while. And let me tell you something. If you follow Clay Trades, you're probably going to end up getting muted, banned, held at, for any input that you have, period. I have actually been trolling this dude for a while. It's actually Clay Trader. I'm going to click this thing here real quick. Let's see. He has 639,000 subscribers and 250 people watching him. Those numbers don't math all that great. So he probably had a pretty good run up at some point in his trading career where he kind of blew up off of something. Like right now, he's live right now in the market, probably telling people how ridiculous they are for not having a plan. And then he's going to tell you all about his favorite thing, Pam's plan. Pam's plan is buy a bunch of prop firms, don't use your real money to trade the market, and constantly pass evals to have funded accounts in the bank so that you can blow those and have another one ready to go, and you can constantly be trading and constantly be trading and constantly be trading. And you can constantly make money. He also lights you up if you don't use a stop loss, if you don't have a trade plan in his chat. Lights you on fire. Which, his channel, he can do what he wants. But I can tell you this. I've been in his chat as myself on how I actually trade, and he pretty much puts me on mute immediately. And if I go on there under a different account and tell him what he wants to hear, we're best friends. Take it for what it is. He says don't use your real money in the market because you will lose. You need to buy prop firms. I'll only ever trade with prop firms. I cannot be more clear than this. Prop firms cost real money. You have to buy them with your money. So no matter what you're doing, you're trading with your own money. Prop firms are just giving you more leverage. Leverage and real money are not the same thing. You can put $1,000 in Trade-A-Vate or Trade-A-Fi or one of the Ninja Trader, whatever you want to pick, and trade margin with real money, with good leverage. You can buy quite a few things with $1,000. You can do some real damage with $1,000. Or you can do his plan, buy 10 eval accounts for $1,000 and trade them and try to pass them. And if they have PA fees and that costs even more money, just constantly do this over and over and over and over again. The thing is that all the money you make on simulated accounts is not real money. So if you take a new account, takes every 50K account you purchase takes $6,000 to get paid. $6,000, $6,000. You have $2,500 in drawdown. Maybe let's just say $2,000. Take Profit Trader is his favorite. $2,000 in drawdown. That's what you got. So you can put $2,000 in your own account. That's your drawdown. $2,000. That's it. Go and trade it up, make you 6,000. So Clay trades, man. Look, he gets on there. He's aggressive towards his content. His trades are super small scalps. A lot of times, he would have taken this little thing right here, this little 5-10 points, maybe on NQ. This is the bigger move. Too busy yelling at people, telling them to buy accounts. Buy, 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 buy. So, Clay trades, sorry, dude, but you're out there just giving people the wrong end of the deal on this. Who makes out? Does. Clay trades makes out because getting all the affiliates. Buy, buy, buy. Buy, 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 buy. Want to be transparent? Tell us how much you spend on those accounts, and then tell us how much you make on those accounts. And show me, if you are just coming onto your stream, how I could be profitable by doing what you're doing. Show me. I'll wait. The next guy I'm going to talk about is this guy right here, Smooth Trader, 7,000 subscribers. He live streams pretty much the majority of the day. He's got his own indicator here that you can buy for $50 a month. Own little indicator that they've worked on and developed or whatever. I'll say this. He hasn't been trading a long time. I think about a year or something like that, if I can recall correctly. Not a long time. He is very disciplined as a trader. He does not promote big wins or losses. He just promotes the trade that's there. He does trade prop firms. He does have his prop firm affiliate account. I think most of the time he's really just promoting the use of his indicator. I'd like you to subscribe for that, which is fine. I honestly find the indicator to be somewhat useful. Fairly decent indicator. I also find that a lot of people who make an indicator end up taking counter trades to them. But like overall, like right now, he's short in the market. His indicator has a power short up there. Right after this long thing, he does okay. He does okay. I would say as a beginner trader, he's worth following. He interacts with his chat. He doesn't have a very active chat. That's fine. He's not out there telling you that you have to buy a ton of prop firms. He basically trades one or two accounts from what I can tell throughout the day. Maybe two or three, I don't know, somewhere between 1 and 4 accounts a day. And he focuses on that and focuses on just making solid trade entries. Overall, I like the dude. I don't mind listening to him. He's not a all-day talk kind of guy, but that's fine. You don't have to be. Sometimes there's nothing happening. So I like him. I like what he's doing. He's worth a follow. All right, now I'm going to end the video with D-Money. D-Money is very new to the FinFluencer area of YouTube. He is hosted by Patrick Wieland. He's on there. Him and Patrick had a good rapport. D-Money goes on there. He's been trading prop firms for a while. I'll say this about D-Money. Personality is pretty good. He's a likable person. He does have some rather annoying traits, but is likable on there. He's a good talker. He's good in front of a camera. As far as trades go, D-Money calls himself a momentum trader. Trades off of the 4-hour chart, 15-minute chart. Most of the time targets 10 to 15 point scalps. Most of the time his trade exit at 10 points is the reverse, the opposite entry. So if he would have taken a trade here, as you can see above, from like 607 to 627, realistically, the better trade would have been the short from 620 down to 580 or whatever. But he's normally kind of waiting for that trend to play out, missing a lot of the better entries, exits on the opportunity a lot of times. And then overall, over leverage, small position. He does have stops in there that are basically within reason. He calls out his entry. I've seen him have some banger trades, but lately I feel like he's maybe a little bit nervous on the stream to take a more profitable trade, the better end of the deal trade. I think that is honestly the case. He doesn't want to lose anything in the trade, so he's more cautious on his entries and his exits. He's still making money on there. It's all prop firm, sim funded stuff. That's fine. I don't mind that. He's getting paid a salary from Patrick to be there, so whether he wins or loses doesn't really matter in terms of him making. However, it probably does affect the psychology of how he acts on his stream and the trades he takes. If he was getting paid and he was forced to, he's going to be on there and he got a kickback on affiliates or whatever, and his success really was tied to the trading style, he might do better. Maybe. I don't know. Either way, he's likable. People have followed Patrick, like D Money. He's definitely not as aggressive as Patrick. So I think he's got a bright future in it. I just want to stress that you got to be a little bit more transparent in what you're doing. Because this entire space that these people are trading in, these influencers are promoting, are costing the end user real money. And while they may be successful, they may be doing it for a while, and they're getting their payout requests, their $5,000, $10,000, $50,000 payout requests. You're sitting there just like me. Like, well, I don't want to spend $2,000 on prop firms and sit here and stress on trading constantly. I'll just blow it up. I don't want to do that. I want to focus on being a good trader and take good trades in the market. Focus on that. Focus on things that matter, and then find a community that trades like you, that has confluence like you, and talks you into trades or talks you out of them or tells you when you get your face ripped off by this type of movement we've seen today, this 400-point drop from the high a day. Like find people and listen to people who give you the inspiration you need to be successful. And I will say this, I think there's a person out there for everybody. There's somebody that you watch and follow, and if it's FSP, great, and if it's D Money, great, and if it's Patrick, fantastic, and if it's any of these guys, just find one and just know that not all of them are being fully transparent in what it's going to cost to be a fan. That's what it is. It's costing you money to be their fan. So let me know what you think. I'm going to make some more content here as this market has just been super violent, really too violent to even trade. I'm being honest. So we'll come back. We'll make some more content. But let me know what you think. And if you have somebody else you'd like me to follow, check out, a little deep dive on,